A chilling summer surprise. In the sweltering heat of a suburban summer afternoon, 12-year-old Tommy was crashing at his best friend Jake's house for a video game marathon. Jake's mom, Brandi Love, a stunning, athletic woman in her early 40s with sun-kissed blonde hair and a yoga-toned physique, had always been the cool mom. She ran a local fitness studio, baked killer protein bars, and never batted an eye at the boys raiding the fridge. But today, something felt off. Brandi had been extra attentive, fluttering around the kitchen in a tight tank top and shorts that hugged her curves like a second skin, her green eyes sparkling with an unusual intensity. "Boys, you look parched," she announced, her voice like honey over gravel. She held up a picture of her famous iced shakes, thick, frosty blends of banana, almond milk, and a secret energy boost she'd whipped up that morning. Jake, sprawled on the couch with his controller, barely glanced up. "Thanks, Mom. You're the best." Tommy, however, felt a prickle of awkwardness. Brandi had been staring at him all week, ever since he'd started filling out from summer soccer. He was no longer the scrawny kid from last year. At 5 feet 10 inches and lean-muscled, he caught her gaze lingering a beat too long. She poured 2 tall glasses, the condensation dripping like sweat down the sides. Jake chugged his in seconds, letting out a satisfied belch before diving back into the game. Tommy sipped his slowly, the sweet chill hitting his throat just right. But Brandi didn't join them. Instead, she perched on the arm of the couch right next to Tommy, her thigh brushing his arm. "How's that taste, handsome?" she purred, her fingers grazing his shoulder. Tommy nearly choked, his face burning. Jake snorted without looking. "Mom, chill. He's not your type." Brandi laughed, a low, throaty sound that sent a shiver down Tommy's spine unrelated to the AC. "Oh, I don't know about that." She leaned in closer, her perfume, a mix of vanilla and something spicier, enveloping him. The game paused for a loading screen, and in that suspended moment, her hand slipped to his knee. Tommy froze, heart hammering. Was this a joke? Jake was right there, but Brandi's eyes locked on his, dark and hungry, like she was sizing up a prize. Before he could process it, she stood abruptly. "Oops, spilled a little." A dribble of shake had escaped her glass onto the coffee table. She grabbed a napkin, but instead of wiping it up, she turned to Tommy with a mischievous grin. "Hold still, sweetie." In a blur of motion, she flicked her wrist, and a splash of the icy liquid arced through the air, straight into his eyes. Tommy yelped, blinking furiously as the cold shock stung like needles. The shake was thicker than he'd realized, clinging to his lashes and blurring his vision into a frosty haze. "What the, Mrs. Love?"